Right, and hello, and this is a very special episode that we're doing today because I've had this geezer in my collection for some while and I've not actually unboxed him or had a look at him at all. And since it's May the 4th, happy Star Wars Day, we're going to go for it. So this is the, how do you pronounce that? Kotobukiya, something, Star Wars Boba Fett Return of the Jedi. Right, so we're having a look at his box. As you see there, front, nice picture of actual Boba Fett. On the side, we've got all the warnings, Boba Fett in a different pose. On the back we have some nice imagery of Boba Fett and the two poses that you can have him in there. Some slight information, some warning signs. On the other side, another Boba Fett, and apparently some Japanese writing with snap fit. Top of the box, which is a bit battered, we got Star Wars Boba Fett Return of the Jedi 1/10 scale pre-painted model kit. And on the underneath we've got the various warnings: size not suitable under for children of 3 years, Kotobukiya, StarWars.com, winning lottery numbers and all that jazz. Right, so without further ado, let's get this underway. I'm going to try and keep this in shot as much as possible so you guys can actually see what is in here. Nothing on the inside there, it's all just generic stuff. Right, so upon taking Boba Fett out of the box, we have this lovely little clamshell. I'm just going to remove the clamshell and see what's inside. Right, so we have a nice little plastic covering. And first off, we have the body of Boba Fett. Lovely moulded backpack there. The detail on it is quite exquisite. If we can get that up to the camera, and you can see all the painted chip marks on it. Lovely blue paint with a bit of caramel, bit of brown. Lovely rocket pack. We actually have his cape there, which is made of slight material. This particular model kit piece, as you can see there, has actually got magnets in the feet, so it is, you know, kind of attached to metal surfaces like that. Paintwork in detail is actually quite incredible, down to the Mandalorian armour with all the paint, the green sort of paint decal. He's got his little logo there. He's actually got little well, even the knee pads, it's absolutely exquisite, you know, paint detail in his utility belt. Man alive, that is actually quite tasty. Right, so we're going to stand that just there. It stands quite well. Right, so what else do we have in this model kit? We have a random arm, which again I believe is Boba Fett's flamethrower, or if we watch The Mandalorian, we have actually got some detail there of looks like the whistling bird. I'm not too sure. That's definitely the flamethrower, I think. Not sure, don't quote me, might be wrong, but there we have the Mandalorian sort of combat insignia nicely printed on the shoulder piece. Pop that there. We actually have in the other bag is actual blaster. Now that is some exquisite detailing on a piece, as you can see there as the camera zooms in. Nicely detailed down to the sight, the barrel and the stock. We actually got some nice little really nice detailing there on the screws, pivots and marks. We're going to put that one down there. Yet another arm, so you can actually have this in quite a variety of different poses. Again, it's quite basic. I think this is the flamethrower arm because you've actually got all the wires and stuff, which is actually quite cool. There we go. Even got some little detailed paint scratches there. It's got some nice fingers. Detailing is absolute detail, and moulding again, fucking fantastic. You cannot odds such a lovely piece like that. Right, now this, I believe, has got to be the gun hand, where the fingers are all set there in that little nice little trigger sort of position there to actually hold Boba Fett's gun, which is actually fantastic. Let's see if it holds it. Look at that, fits like a charm. Not going to drop it. Looks actually really, really cool as it stands right there. Easily detachable. Oh, we've actually got a nice little indentation groove there, which sits if you can see that in the socket it's got provided. Fantastic. Right, now we're going to come to yet another arm, which is slightly a different colour paint to the actual previous one. If you can just take a look at that. Well, this one's got your more reddish brown to it. This particular piece here is more brown with some paint scoring on it. The paint scoring itself on both arms, if you compare them, relatively the same, but we seem to have some variation. I'm not too sure on the actual colours though, because that seems a bit weird. Put that down there. Right, now for the piece of resistance, we're going to look at Mr. Boba Fett himself. Right, so as you can see, we've actually got Boba Fett in all his glory. We have actually got some nice facial detail there, down to all the pivots and marks. A little paint decor there. Some paint chipping actually on the helmet, neck. It has actually got a neck pivot there, so you can actually rotate the actual head once it's on the model, which is cool. And you have got some slight antenna action. Now, normally this does have the full Boba Fett antenna, but I actually got this quite cheap at a toy fair, so, and I was already pre-advised that this particular model didn't have the full antenna, but you can replace it apparently off Boba Fett the Black Series. Right, and for other bits, we do actually have Boba Fett's Wookiee braids, which do fit quite nicely around the arm. So they're actually quite nicely detailed. We've got all three of them, some loose, some combined. Right, so now let's assemble Boba Fett, and I think what we're going to go for is the pose with the gun. It's actually quite like that, and let's see how easy he is to snap together, and we can all see him in all his wonderful glory. Right, so yep, that snaps together quite well. Right, now for the gun hand. Some wiggling is required to actually get all that in. Now what we're going to go for here, we're going to go for the straight shooting battle action, or to the side. I think we're going to go for the side. Let's just take his head off for a second. But some force is required, like so. I do apologise for all the pinging that you're going to hear. Seems that people, are these easy to take off? Yes, they are. Thank Christ for that, because I did actually want to get the Wookiee braids on there. Right, let's just get these set up. Well, that's actually quite fiddly in itself, because you don't actually get much of a... I'm not sure if I like that or not, to tell you the truth. Right, let's take these off. Oh, these are quite fiddly little creations, these are. Attach them over the shoulder a bit. Right, I think that's a lot better, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's go with that. Place the actual other arm on there, like so. Boba Fett's helmet, and then we're going to replace the gun, like so. And there we go. We'll have the actual Boba Fett himself, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a beautiful thing. Look at that, down to all the detail of the facial sculpt, the gun, the armor detail itself. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, as I said before, this does actually have magnets in the feet, so we need to get him a stand. There we go. And you can magnets themselves. Oh, once he's on there, he's going to find it really hard to move, but yeah, decent enough magnets there. He's actually going to stand quite a striking pose. Let's put him on the camera, the actual clam self there. camshell itself, and you can see that is absolutely fantastic. We have actually got other arms and stuff, so you can actually change the pose of Boba Fett if need be. But that itself is absolutely great, so I'd recommend that to actually anybody, to tell you the truth. And again, that is Snap Fit artfx Plus Boba Fett, and it's craftsmanship by Kotobukiya. Fantastic. Everyone, may the 4th be with you. Have a good day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe. Ta-ra.